Oh, last night, I'm going to sound like such a douche, but I had the night off last night. Sarah was out, fucking somebody. I don't know what she does, but I'm here watching TV. And you know that feeling where you're like, I've just watched too much TV. I'm clicking.
Yes.
And so I killed the TV, and I'm reading On the Road, the Kerouac book that I always pretended to have read. And they're talking about jazz musicians. So I put on some jazz, and he mentions this guy by name. You ever hear this cunt? George Sebring?
I have heard of Sebring. Good car.
Shearing. George Shearing.
I know Harry Shearer.
Oh, he's fantastic.
Oh, yeah. Handsome Dan.
Well, anyways, this guy, George Shearing, I threw him on. He's a piano player, and he's booping.
Wait a minute. Not Ed Sheeran.
No. He's a new guy. I saw him at a club. Remember that story? That was in Dublin. Invite only. It was me and a bunch of teenagers.
Oh, that's right. He's a pasty, chunky ginger.
Yeah, he's like Nate McIntosh. He looks a little bit like Nate McIntosh, I think.
Yeah, maybe Nate was hungover and floating in a river for a week.
Yeah, it's not good, Sheeran.
No.
Don't get me wrong. Nate's not exactly a sex symbol himself, but
that's true as well. He's kind of a Muppet.
He's better looking than Sheeran. By the way,
way better.
Nate McIntosh had a bit that Burr did on his monologue.
That's right.
Way before it. It's a great bit, and I felt for him because no one's going to go, hey, Burr. Obviously, neither one of them took it.
I know, and they're both pale redheads who do comedy, so they're going to give it to Burr. But Nate's a funny guy.
Great comic, and yeah, he was doing that bit before. But also, I don't watch all Burr's sets. He might have been doing it at the Funny Bone and whatever. But
True.
My point is, I feel for McIntosh. Great bit.
Yeah.
But last night I'm sitting here. I got my feet up. I'm listening to some jazz. I'm reading On the Road. I felt like a real douche. I wanted a pipe, and Sarah came home and she's like, "What are you doing with your life?" I had a candle going. It was quite delightful.
All right. Well, don't you feel like, I don't know what it is. I'm watching TV and I have the same thing. I'm like, I got to do something with my life. You're such a lazy douche. But I start reading and I'm like, well, this is pointless too.
I have exactly that. That's my whole life, is questioning every decision. I'm like, I'm watching Goodfellas again.
Right.
And then I'm like, I should watch something new. And I start watching that. I'm like, this movie sucks. And I'm like, I'll read. And then I'm reading. I'm like, well, I should have just been watching Goodfellas. I should just, why not? I was enjoying watching the thing. But do you have this? I always picture this. Maybe we already talked about this. Fuck me hard. I picture a whole stadium of people watching me in my living room going, what an idiot. Look at him.
Same thing. I have the same thing.
I just picture every person I've ever met in my life being like, Goodfellas again. What a piece of shit.
I mean, I've said this before. I'll queef it again. Every time I'm in a dressing room at Macy's, I'm putting some leather pants on and high heels, and all my friends from high school go, you think you can pull that off? You cum guzzling chooch? What are you, crazy? You dumb fat queer? You can't pull that off? Where'd you get that leather jacket? Nice zippers. That's why I got to wear a leather jacket on a podcast with you, just so I can get it over with.
By the way, I've never. We've talked about this too. I'm sorry, everybody. I hate myself, but I've never changed style. You pull up a photo of me in 1988. I'm wearing a fucking Red Sox T-shirt, a pair of jeans that are too short, and a pair of Reeboks. And I switched to New Balance because they're better for my plantar fasciitis. But other than that, I'm wearing the same pants I wore when I was 9.
You had the same haircut. It might have been a little longer when I met you, but that was the 90s and things were different. And there was no internet and God hated fags. But I will say you changed your frames. That's the only thing I've noticed.
Got new frames, and by the way, my career took off. My manager, I remember, was resenting her at the time. She was like, you need new glasses, and I was like, what kind of cunt tells a guy he needs new glasses? These were hand-wired and bent in the factory, and they had all the crust on them, the yellow and the snot and the shit. I changed them. 3 days later, I was on Letterman, so I gotta eat her out next time I see her.
She was right. Those frames look like something out of a serial killer's twat. I don't know where you got them. I don't know what you did with them. I hope they're in a ditch in Biloxi. But you know what I've never seen you do? You've had glasses for 48 years. I've never seen you take them off and do this number. You know that move where you clean? I've never seen you clean those once.
Now, let me ask you this. Where do you stand on this? because one time I was on a plane with a
bragging.
private of the private variety.
Yes.
With a group of comics, and one of them was a female, and she was sitting across from me, and she goes, "Can I do something?" And she took my glasses off and cleaned them.
Ooh.
And I wanted to kick her right in the twat and throw her out of the fucking airplane.
I don't like
but
it.
The other guy I was with was like, "That's sexy. That's hot. That would turn me on if someone did that." And I'm like, to me, it was like, "Hey, I don't like your face. I'm going to change it."
Yeah.
So, but it sounds like you're on my team here.
I don't. Well, first of all, I don't. These are on your mug there. That's a private area, and so just to lift that off is a bit of a reach, and then to clean them and then put them back without asking, I don't care for it. You know, that's like somebody putting their finger in your nose and going, "Hold on, you got a little bug there." I don't care for that, and I think she overstepped, and I think she should be killed.
I feel the same way. It's like if she was wearing a dress and I saw her little panty triangle and said, "Hey, you got a little stain there." I pulled them out, wringed them out, drank them, which is a fantasy of mine, and then put them back on. You know, that would be hot but inappropriate.
Yeah, I agree. I don't care for it. It's I had a friend. He would go up to. This is in high school. He would go up to girls at a bar, and he could undo a bra strap with one hand, and all the girls would like yell at him and throw drinks on him. But he was really good at it. And to me, it's very similar. Like, he didn't ask, she didn't ask. I know she's trying to help you, but I don't know. I don't care for that. And I feel like glasses get a bad rap. People do the whole, like, "Hey, can I try them on? Whoa, you're blind as a douche. Holy hell, what are you, gay?" You know, and that's a little insulting.